Welcome to my kitchen. I'm Gigi, and today we're going to do a quick video, I hope, on one of our favorite sandwiches, French dip. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my rolls. Now these are Mexican torta buns because I can't get really good fresh French baguettes here, but we have a wonderful Mexican bakery. So I can go over there and get the burritos, I think that's how you say it, and they are made very similar to a French baguette. So I went over there, our French roll, and I got mine, and they're ready to go. I've sprayed them with a little bit of olive oil, and so I could just toast them a bit. I'm going to set them on my new little griddle I got for Christmas. Thank you, Stephanie and Sam. And we're going to give it a go. Looks like a fun way to make a French dip. So while that's cooking and toasting up, I am going to start on the roast beef. Now I will tell you that on our roast beef, I made a Sunday dinner brisket pot roast in the Instapot on Sunday. So then I knew I would be making French dips because most of the time when my family says, Mom, make a roast, they really want French dips, which is the leftovers of the roast that we usually eat. So this was a brisket, a 5-pound brisket that I made the pot roast out of. And it was cooked in the Instapot with wine and in the mirepoix, bay leaf, seasoning salt, salt and pepper and all. And then we had the pot roast with potatoes. So then the leftover roast goes into the refrigerator. I pull it out and it's ready to go. So then I can just take it and slice it to my little thins that I want. Enough for 2 sandwiches because I'm just cooking for 2 today. And I'm going to pile this high. And then when I get it all nice and sliced up, I'm going to put 2 piles on my little griddle and let them heat through. And there we go. See how we're doing on our toast? Oh yeah, that looks good. I just want a little toasty on it. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. That one's getting toasted good. There we go. So, see how this little griddle cooks up? You're supposed to be able to make crepes on it and all kinds of good things. And I thought, you know what, that's just the perfect size for me to do something like this on. So, there we go. I just want a little heat on it. I'm going to flip them over a little bit just so they heat on the bottom a little bit. But I don't want them to get hard. You can put butter. You can put olive oil. I just sprayed them with a little avocado oil out of the can. Just enough so they could get a little toasty. So there we go. That was nice and easy. This is one of the easiest sandwiches to make. It is so fun to eat too. So then, I've got that going. I probably ought to spray my griddle a little bit. I'm going to get some avocado oil again. We'll spray it on there. It's supposed to be a non-stick. It looks like a non-stick. And I'm going to just spread this right out on there. After I get it on there, I'm going to readjust my cameras so you can see better. And what we're trying to do is just kind of heat it through and get it a little bit brown, crispy. Got my Swiss cheese ready and my aioli. So I got my au jus here. And basically what this is my gravy that I made on Sunday once the roast was finished on my pot roast. So I made extra, saved it back knowing we were going to have French dips later in the week. And then all I had to do was heat it through and it's ready to go. So that looks really good. See, it doesn't take long to heat this brisket through. Now you can use chuck roast, and if you're in a pinch and you really want to have a French dip at home, you can go to the deli and get you some London broil, have them slice it really thin, and do the same thing. I've made it with that London broil that we get at our deli, and it's really, really good. So the one thing, the big important component That's the French dip. It's also the Swiss cheese as well as the aioli. So what I'm going to do is separate this into two piles, two nice big piles, since I'm making two sandwiches. I could probably get 4 or 5 sandwiches out of this if I was going to be chintzy, but I'm not today. There we go. I got 2 big bites there. All right. Now I'm going to need a lid, which I have, there, and a little bit of water. So I'm going to make sure my piles are about the right size for my bun, or my bread, whatever you're going to use. I'm going to make sure my piles are good. Take my cheese, gonna lay it right on there, and then I'm gonna put this cheese on this side, and this is my Swiss cheese. You can use whatever kind of white cheese you like, but we do stick with the traditional Swiss cheese, baby Swiss sometimes. And then I have a lid, and this is a Pyrex lid that I've had for a million years, but I measured it. It fits perfect right on top of there. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to add a little water to steam, put my lid on, let my cheese melt, and then it will go on my sandwiches. There we go. Let it sit for just a second while I get my bread ready. So I'm going to take my aioli. It goes on the bottom. A good smattering of aioli. I don't put it on the top, I just put it on the bottom because the top goes on top of the cheese. There we go. Save that back for another day and let it keep melting. It's melting down really well. I got a little bit more to go. You can buy one of those metal dome, but I like this one just as well. I think I bought a skillet and the lid came with it, and then the skillet went to the wayside, but I kept the lid. And I have one this size and one smaller. So they're really hard to find anymore these days, but if you find one, hang on to it. Now look how good that melted. Perfect. Set that, let me set it over here. And then this goes on here, and this goes on here. Let it sink on there really good. And then I've got my plate over here. And I've got my juice here. I got some chips, a pickle, and a little salted onion to go with it. So then I'm going to set this on here like so. And I'm going to pick this up, the whole thing, because the cheese should hold it all together. And we're going to take it and slide it to here. And there you have it. Now this one will go on this one. And I just need one for the video right now. Where's my other? There we go. This one goes on here. Oh man, this little griddle, it just really cooks out nice, doesn't it? I like this. I'm gonna unplug it. It's electric, it's not gas. But if you have another electric grill, the long one, that'll work just as well too. I'm gonna turn this around here. Get out of the way. We're gonna put our juice in here. And there you have it, French dip. I think I'm gonna cut this one in half. Now look at that sandwich. That is yummy. Oh my goodness. Look at there. Look at all that nice beef and Swiss cheese and nice soft bread. And then what you do is you just gotta take a dunk right into the au juice, let it run down in there, and then we take a nice big bite. Yum. You can do this. Thank you so much. See you next week.